everybody. Welcome back to Urban Hermit, your favorite banter podcast with some people you don't know. Cameron Jones here, along with my co-host,
Mark Nussle.
Jordan Jones.
I want to start with, I woke up the other day and I was fat. I don't know when it happened exactly.
Your body?
See, I knew I was chubby like roughly 3 weeks ago, but I woke up the other day and something happened like, oh no, I'm fat now.
I don't even look at myself in the mirror anymore.
You shouldn't. You look beautiful, but
You got a vampire
it's a quick
stitch?
side eye. It's oh my God, dude.
no, Mark's more of like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with the painting kind of thing. If he sees himself
I
wither
mean,
and
that's
die.
vampire adjacent. You know, it's not
I'm a
a vampire.
basilisk.
Now, I will say, have I been eating well? Not at all. I've been ordering out sometimes 2 times a day for all my meals, McDonald's and Little Caesars. It's been nothing but burgers and pizza. Have I been busy? Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. But I'm fat now. And I just realized it yesterday.
I guess I'll field this one from somebody from the fat community. Like,
Sure.
you can always get fatter, so
That's true.
Enjoy it where you're at right now.
And this is coming.
I'm
from
sure you're skinnier than I am.
And this is coming from a former Husky. So I've been here before. Sad to be back. That's all. I need to start a regimen, and I really
Husky it's a different It's a different sector, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's saying you have a fat kid without saying it out loud. Essentially, it's like
You go up to
regular
the department
size
store clerk. Do you have a
Huskies because regular 36 aren't going to fit this kid.
Here's the question, though, and the answer, this may not have happened to you in the Husky section. What's the length? Doesn't matter. They're going to be 82. They're going to be the longest pants. We're just worried about the
You're
waist
gonna have
right
to
now.
tailor
Don't worry
these,
about the
but-
length.
And this is coming from someone who not only has gone through shopping experiences with their mother calling out that they need Huskies, but I've been fat shamed in other Kohl's.
Where are the Huskies?
It's all Kohl's department stores. I might have said this on a previous episode, but I recently went in. Well, a year ago, I went in. I told him my pant size, and he told me that doesn't exist. So shame on you, Kohl's.
The crazy thing is that you
What
talk
pants?
to
I mean,
anybody
I don't
at
wanna-
Kohl's. I don't think I've ever seen anybody outside the register.
Jordan-
Any workers in there?
I am so weird to fit just because I'm tall and I'm not like super fat, so
Husky.
I can't
Well,
get.
what you do is you take 7 pairs of jeans, you go into their changing room, and you leave 7 pairs of jeans spread out, and you get the fuck out of there. They don't have them.
See, no, here's the problem. I know what size I'm looking for. I go through their entire inventory. I'm like, you got anything in the back? That's the question I'm asking, essentially. That's where I'm coming from. Are you
And
saving
here's
any
the answer at
shameful
Kohl's.
pants?
They're like, there is no back. You're in the back right now. We call it the front.
You ever pick up like a pair of pants and you're like, shit, in the wrong size, like definitely not gonna fit me. You try to refold it and put it back, and like someone's gonna have to do this later.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about that.
I've never felt bad about
I
it.
mean,
honestly.
I always feel bad.
I mean, it's the job. I
Especially when I put
guarantee
it in my
refolding shit
Satchel
is
and walk
better
out
than.
with it.
Do you want something actually real?
No, you save somebody refolding it. They're happy as shit, you know?
Do you want something real?
You think they care about the machine, Mark?
They don't care.
Take those fucking pants out of there. They don't care.
Do you want something real dirty? I kind of do. Because I worked at a movie theater and I had to pick up the worst, stickiest mess and popcorn messes, I kind of tend to leave my popcorn and pop there.
What?
And it's kind of like a new soldier thing, a new recruit. I'm like, fuck that guy. Make him pick it up.
You kick over your diet soda?
No, I don't go that far, but I do leave everything there.
Where do you leave your shopping cart when you are at the grocery store, like at the Target or something?
Oh,
do you put it back always?
Easy answer.
I always put it back.
I make
Cameron, what are you about to say?
I make
Yeah.
a huge effort to park right next to the cart thing so that it's just an easy peasy like shove in there. Like,
Cameron
I always-
pushes it until the wheels give out moving. He's like, that's somebody else's problem now.
Thought I was gonna be able to take this one.
No, I always put it back, but I always make sure I'm damn close to the thing to put it back. I'm not going to make a thing out. Here, do you know what's always weird? When you pull up and there's the guy like taking them out of the thing you're pulling in.
Oh, and he's blocking.
Well, what do? Do you just leave it there? Do you push it in anyway and be like, sorry, because I've done
Hey,
both.
you want one more, buddy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to address him, but you just feel like a dick no matter what.
Have you seen this guy on TikTok called the cart narc?
No.
So he enforces this. People who leave their carts after they don't.
He's like a vigilante. He finds people that
He's
just
got
leave carts.
little car magnets that he'll slap in your car. He's like, I'm doing my job. He's got
Doing my
sort of
job.
a crazy voice like this. Look this guy up, the cart narc.
I guess whatever this guy is could manifest in worse ways. So I'm for it as long as it kind of just stays here.
Kind of in
follow people home.
in the same line.
I guarantee you're not that overweight, and you could probably lose weight really quick if you just stopped eating Little Caesars.
I'm not gonna. I hate.
Well, then, I just say this. Enjoy the ride and fucking Orson Welles it, Fucking go for it.
Don't hate it. Part of the problem, though, is I do hate cooking. I like cooked meals. Here's the thing. It's the dishes afterward. It's the mess it creates. It's not just the work going into, it's the work after you're done. And Little Caesars, I just throw out the box,
You know the trope they always tell you? Oh, well, just clean while you're going. Clean while you're going.
See, and that's kind of the thing we have going, where essentially my wife does most of the cooking and I do all of the cleanup, cutting, and
Are you not
the
a good
prep work.
cook?
I don't enjoy it. It's just
I never cooked for me now that I think of it.
Yeah, because I cook pretty basic shit. I just have absolutely no passion for cooking.
And I've had Kraft macaroni and cheese, so I guess I don't need that again.
I think I bet all our cooking is this. Like, we can make food for ourselves and our significant others or a roommate, but you wouldn't entertain anybody.
No, like I can make a protein. I can make a rice.
Like
I
I
can cook a
wouldn't
noodle,
bring anything and be like,
chef,
I made this.
chef.
Yeah, you don't.
no chef,
you
no
don't
chef.
want my cooking necessarily. Not that it's bad, but it's not great. It's not.
Well, like if you were at my place, I could make dinner, and you'd be like, okay, you made dinner. That's cool.
Well, here's
I
the beautiful
wouldn't
thing.
expect you to make like a nice stroganoff with like broccolini.
But here's the thing: we all could.
Oh,
I
100%.
stroganoff. I don't know.
And I know I
You
could
could.
because
It's just
I have-
you got a pot, you got stroganoff.
because I have cooked things.
I think it's that simple.
I have baked things. It's as easy as Google, and then they tell you exactly what to do. So like, I know
Yeah,
I can.
baking's harder. Baking is harder. It's more.
Bacon-
Oh, it's
science.
100%. It's science. It's measuring.
Try before the wet. Exact amounts.
I
don't
can
know.
season food and I can bring heat to it, whether it be grilled, baked, fried, whatever. What I can't do is make reductions and sauces to drizzle on top of shit.
I mean, that's pretty hard.
That's like a different level. You know what I mean? Like, everybody else can cook. Here's what's baffling to me. I feel like there's this stereotypical thing
You can't
with
make
like
a mayonnaise, a bechamel.
no.
Well, no, I don't even know if I have a blender. You need a blender to make mayonnaise.
These are all buzzwords I've learned off of watching
Now,
Master
I know the
Chef.
You want to know the biggest buzzword that means absolutely fucking nothing? It's umami. Nobody knows what that
Umami
means.
is-
There's
is-
no definition.
I would also throw in the mix aioli. At what point is it not a flavored mayonnaise? It's all just
It is
mayonnaise.
just flavored mayonnaise.
It's just
garlic and
mayonnaise
mayonnaise.
with garlic,
Aioli is
mayonnaise, toss some chives.
Fake word.
We've come to the bottom of that. We know
Aiolis
exactly
don't
what that
exist.
is. Also, here's the deal. I don't give a shit if there's truffles on it. I don't want to taste
I don't
just
like
give me
truffle.
truffles then.
Oh, yeah, I'll
I
take
don't
it a step
like it
further.
enough.
It's not that I don't like truffle. I don't want my fries to taste like 90% truffle.
Yeah,
It's
I
too
want it to
much.
taste like
And I also
potatoes
want to pay
still.
$19 more for it.
That's a pretty big part of it for me too. I don't need it. I just don't want it.
A year back in Iowa now, I'm still ahead of the game. Obviously, everything's cheaper here for the most part, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
But going out to eat, getting a meal, and like 2 alcoholic drinks is like $20 cheaper than the
God,
exact
I
same
missed
meal in
that.
Chicago.
I missed
It's
that.
so much cheaper. It's unreal.
2 beers here is $20.
Oh my god!
Without
I went
the
to Navy Pier this weekend and I spent over $35 for 2 margaritas.
Yeah, I mean that's insane.
It was
for Jose
stupid.
Cuervo and
Hold
some-
on though.
Simple
They
syrup.
weren't any margaritas. They were Margaritaville.
Oh, that's actually true. Which I do want to bring up another thing, Mark.
And the
how
song
much
was
do you-
playing.
How much do you think Jimmy Buffett's net worth is as of 2023? Because I looked it up expecting it to be high, and then it was, oh my fucking god, high. It blew my mind.
Oh my God, really? Then I have no number.
Well, you have to think, Jimmy. You have to think he has his like hard following. He has his clothing line. He
Take
has
out the stupid
restaurants.
music. I don't think he's making any money from that. Think about it like this: he has a
Oh,
clothing
fuck,
line.
Jordan.
He has a. No, I'm just saying.
The
he has a
music
clothing
is-
line. He has a cruise line, and he has a restaurant.
Have
No,
you
Mark,
seen the
let me-
cruise?
Mark, I'm gonna have to
I
stop
hate
you
keep
there.
bringing up TikTok. Okay, Cam,
Mark,
sorry.
I have to stop you there because after we got the margaritas at Margaritaville and then looked up his net worth, we listened to Jimmy Buffett on the way home, and it was progressively making me more and more angry. I'm like, this music and this musician is a billionaire. It doesn't make sense.
I like mine with
To answer you, Mark,
relish and tomato.
Jimmy Buffett's like worth 1.5
yeah,
billion
but that's
this
not
year.
that's not a $900 million lyric.
Cheeseburger
is
in
it?
Paradise.
is a
That's-
billion-dollar man.
That's in a one in a lifetime lyric.
Cannot be replicated.
Cameron, if that crossed my desk, you brought that to my desk. That's not. It's not getting passed.
You know what?
I'm
you
not
know what you're
signing it.
not gonna do. Here's the thing.
Blew my
Here's the
mind.
thing. He can't be that relaxed of a person. Well, he can now because
bet
he's a
he is.
billionaire. But leading up to that, Who made this happen then if it wasn't him? How did we get this crazy industry?
It's like Bruce Springsteen.
Illuminati.
He's never worked a blue-collar job day in his life. He's just actually a hard grinder who does not believe in margaritas, pina coladas, or chilling on the beach.
I don't believe that at all.
He grinds. That's what's that.
I've never
doesn't,
seen him
though.
with a margarita in his hand.
Jimmy Buffett grinds hard. That's what all I have to say about it.
He must be, I
Jimmy Buffett
guess.
grinds hard.
Yeah.
But it
That's
just made
No
my
shirt,
mind
no
mad.
shoes, no fucking problem. I grind all day.
I'm not sure, but it might be the most expensive drink I've had at like
A restaurant?
well, like an event or like kind of an area like Navy Pier, any sort of like music venue.
Was it
stuff
at
like that.
least really, really big?
You know what? No, but here's what I will say. It wasn't for like a quick manufacture, like he's just pulling tubes and dropping stuff in. It wasn't overly sweet, and it was actually kind of stronger than I was thinking. So I will say
Ooh.
that it was way overpriced, but hit the mark. It was actually a pretty good
Well, I'll tell you
margarita.
what were you going to do? Fucking go to Bubba Gut Shrimp and order a margarita? You want a margarita, you go to the Ville.
That's true.
You go to
That's
the
all
Ville.
there is to it.
You go to the
That's all
village.
you do.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what you do.
Yes.
Do they sell food?
I don't know
there,
how to
or is it just
transition from that.
Is it, no, do they sell food?
No,
there,
it's like it's essentially Applebee's, but
for
Jimmy Buffett shit.
It has to be more seafood coastal, right? Though I imagine it actually is pretty close to
coconut
bubblegum
shrimp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you. That's what you
yeah,
want.
I'm pretty sure it's Applebee's. I think it's probably just tit for tat the same menu. I don't think that there's any difference. Maybe more
Applebee's-
margaritas in Margaritaville.
They did something with the signs on the wall and the memorabilia and then just the family photo. The Applebee's did something.
Did
You
they?
want to talk about knick-knacks on the wall? You go to
was about to
Cracker
say,
Barrel
there-
all day.
every
You wanna
restaurant,
see
like-
old-timey pictures?
What are you talking about,
You wanna
Mark?
get
I don't
called
want a
hun
butter churn.
anywhere
I don't
in the
want a
United
butter
States?
churn. I want a stop sign.
Every restaurant of that caliber has shit all over. Has flair on the walls. Mark,
Yeah, you're
what are you
right.
talking? Name me one
What do you
that
think's
doesn't.
the bigger fire hazard?
Steak
though?
and shake,
Applebee's
but that's
or Cracker
more.
Barrel?
Wait, say that again.
Cracker Barrel.
Bennigan's.
Cracker Barrel's.
Has there ever been to Bennigan's?
I don't think Bennigan's exist anymore.
Hey,
Those suck.
that's a fine Irish eating establishment, Mark. That's not
Is it?
some kitschy shit on the wall kind of restaurant. You know,
You guys ever have those sugar cookies at the end with the green sprinkles?
not at all.
Bennigan's.
No idea. I've
I
only
don't
been
think so.
once.
I've been to Bennigan's.
honestly in my life, so I do not know. Please go on.
I'll give you a Bennigan story. We went there as a family because it was attached to the mall. Made a pilgrimage to the town I live in now, Cedar Rapids, to go to the mall. You know, we eat at Bennigan's. I ordered something as like a 13-year-old that I didn't know what the sandwich was, and now I do.
It's a real
I
one.
ordered the Monte Cristo.
Oh, the powdered sugar.
Didn't know
you're
what it
throwing
was
off.
at all. Yep, it's got essentially a French toast on the outside, right? Essentially,
Yeah.
rather. And I thought I was just getting myself like a panini type sandwich. I complained. I'm like, there's something wrong with this sandwich. You fucked it
You
up, and I'm not paying
complained.
for this.
This isn't right.
But it turns out they gave me exactly what a Monte Cristo is.
They gave you exactly what
It's
you
a
ordered.
nice mixture between sweet and savory, and that was my bad, Bennigan's. That was my bad.
To make that story more sad, Jordan ended up just sharing my sister's meal because he hated what he got. And then the waitress came back wicked prematurely when he was clearly still eating it. And she said, "Are you done?" And he went, "I guess," and just handed
Is
it
that
over.
that story where he just?
It's that
Fine,
story.
Take it.
It was a real sad Bennigan's experience.
That turned me off Bennigan's for years.
It sure did. You were really talking hate for a while.
Oh,
Oh,
my
back
God.
to Navy Pier real quick. I went to ABD or whatever the hot dog place that has hot dogs from like all over
Oh,
the country.
yeah, yeah.
And I just got a Chicago dog, and I think it might just be my favorite though. I really
That's
want
too busy.
I disagree. I really want to like. How do you feel on chili cheese dogs and coney dogs?
Oh, I mean, that's
Time and a place, but not like a go-to.
Here's what I'm going
they're
to say.
messy. Sure.
The chili's never that good. It's always just like a slop of shit on it. It's never like
Well, actually, they're not. It's not. There's no bean. It's like hot dog sauce is what they call it. It's not
Yeah.
a chili, really. It's
Yeah.
which is my I don't
Cincinnati chili, I think, is what it's called, right? It's just like a meat chili,
think,
but no beans.
I don't think I like coney dogs that much. I want I don't know.
I need Chris on this conversation because he would back me up 100%.
I mean-
It's not like a hearty chili that you want in the winter.
No, but I
It's
think
like
I
goes up-
do. I think I do want like a very
really?
flavorful season.
Oh, no, I don't
want
want-
some
I don't want
dynamics.
beans.
I think I don't think I want just a slop of bean.
I want a
juice.
lunchroom chili on my chili dog.
Okay, and I don't think it's a sloppiness. What did Nicole have? My wife
I'm
had.
simple.
My wife had.
I just want
a Columbus
I just want
dog.
mustard, relish, maybe chopped up onions if I'm in the mood.
This
That's
didn't seem
if
bad.
you're at the
So
ballpark.
Yep, that's all I got.
My wife got a Columbus dog, which I believe was Texas toast and then pepper jack cheese and just a hot dog.
That sounds
It actually
phenomenal.
it smelled great. She might have made the better choice.
I
But
mean, all of those things like away from each other, great. So add them together. It's just got to be a good.
it smelled
hot dog.
delicious.
I like a regional hot dog, and when I was in Seattle, this is their regional hot dog. Tell me what you
Seattle
think
has
about
a
this.
very interesting one. Yeah, I'm glad you brought
I
this
didn't
up,
have
Greg.
it because we were just eating so much food. It's like we couldn't squeeze in this. But if I go back, or maybe I'll try it at a restaurant like this. Grilled onions,
Good.
cream cheese.
oh,
I think we're okay there.
I think it's
we're
good.
okay.
I think it might be okay.
I think I get down with that.
Didn't try it though, just because we were just eating so much food and drinking there. But man, I bet it's good.
I'll go to a ballpark, get a dog, no mustard on it. I'll come home with like 5 mustard stains on my shirt. Mustard is that elusive. I don't know.
What
how
Mark's
it
not telling you is though he also has 20 beers and fights a lot of people.
happens. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, where those goddamn mustard came from?
about a hot dog.
Let's go Cubs!
You know, I typically do have it plain also, but that is just the mess factor. You know, you can't exactly wrap it up in the foil and get back without that foil getting all over you. So you can't. It's hard.
But here's the pro move. You deal with what you deal with, but just go wash your hands afterwards, even if you're at the ballpark. Just wash
you're
your hands.
not
You're fine.
washing your hands at the ballpark.
I would wash my hands. I would just get up, take a piss, wash my hands. Wash my hands, then take
Grab
a piss.
enough
I don't
napkins.
get
gotta grab
mustard
a
on your
wet
dick.
wipe at the station.
Got to grab a wet wipe.
Not my.
Where
not
do
my
you guys
place.
land on food?
Hey, sorry, I gotta take a call real quick. Is that okay? You can keep talking. I'll make it quick.
I'm going to. Mark, how do you feel about food at movies? Have you been to like the full service kind where it's like essentially a restaurant?
My only issue is I like to see my food, right?
Okay,
So
well,
the lighting is dark. I want to see my slice of pizza. I want to see my nachos.
You're stepping into two things here. Okay, so I've been to a few different ones, and there's a couple of different ways they do it. Number one, they show like an 45 minutes of previews. Like they seat you, take your order, get your food to you, and by the time like it's kind of wrapping up by the time the movie starts. Those aren't terrible because I mean the lights are on the whole time. There's two
Yes.
other kinds, Mark. There's number one, the lights are kind of just too bright and we have waiters going in and out. Number two, it's dark as shit. You can't see a thing. So there are
Which one,
three
and
options.
which one do you like? There are 3. I guess I like the porridge a little.
The first one, I mean, it's
coolest.
you,
The
oh,
first
but you
one.
get a bunch of previews. I do like previews. You get to kind of talk, and like they still are running around by the start of the movie to wrap things up, and you still order things. You can still get things and like call a button, but it is not the ones where they get your order beforehand and it's kind of a preset. Those are preferable. I get
Why
that
do
some
you,
people.
Why do I even like even just that it's during the previews that I have to whisper? I'll take the chicken tenders.
Nah, that's not the vibe of these ones because there's people walking around, there's orders and stuff. It's kind of more of like openly being like, oh, I'll see that instead of whispering it.
Are they still doing this during previews at movies like the movie trivia? I always liked that. Like what like
Oh,
and
they
so
got
was
movie
Easy,
trivia
too.
for you.
It's like what movie was Tobey Maguire and Kristen Dunst in?
Spider-Man.
2000
Definitely
You'd
not.
whisper, it's Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man.
Definitely not your dine-in movies, but oh yeah, your regular theaters, they're still doing it. Have you ever done
Good.
a 4D movie apart from like a Universal
Honey,
like
I Shrunk the
Disney?
Kids.
Yeah, I'm not counting those. Have you ever gone to like an AMC and done a 4D movie actually?
Do they do those?
Yeah, there's definitely screens that have the 4D experience. Jordan, just hop
much
back
are
in.
those
I'll
tickets?
ask you, have you ever done a 4D movie outside of a theme park? Because the AMC, I mean, they're more expensive. Essentially, you're getting seat rumble.
I didn't know you could do.
Didn't
I
know.
thought they only
Didn't know.
existed in theme parks.
Sometimes, not all theaters and not all movies, but if there's one that's catered to
Are you
it.
just talking about
I mean-
air conditioning?
No, like there are theaters that have like rumble seats and like
oh, it's
mist
4D.
and
It's a
fog.
little
and-
bit cooler in here.
You're telling me you've gone to a Rumble theater?
no, I'm saying I've seen them. I haven't gone into one. Yeah, I've been to theaters that
No.
have them though. Yeah, they
No,
claimed
I've never done that.
they claimed to have the 4D experience.
No. Nope,
Jordan,
I don't
before you
believe
were
it.
left,
seems like it's
we
good.
were talking about dine-in movie theaters and our thoughts on them. If we, well, do you like them? Are you okay with the
Nope,
full?
just popcorn, pop, and candy. I don't want real food.
okay. Well, that's straight to the
and
point.
what's the
I
reason?
like
Let's see if we can-
alcohol. I'm fine with alcohol.
well,
That's not what I asked.
hold on.
I mean, if you,
can,
I don't need a beer, but I'll grab a beer.
What's the
that?
reason you're not wanting a burger or a slice of pizza at the cinema?
You're gonna spill on yourself.
Okay.
It's that simple. You're not paying attention to the food. You're paying attention to the movie. I can eat so many places. It doesn't make sense that I need a burger there. I can eat before or after.
Okay, what about the ones where I've been to where they take your order beforehand, then they have like 45 minutes of like previews. They just really cram them in.
It's fine if it's like that, whatever. But like, I still the same reason at a
Are
movie.
we thinking of the same place, like the 50s like diner dry at Disney? Like, is that the one we're thinking of?
Well, no, it's more.
I think that's what we're all thinking of.
In the suburbs around me specifically, there's a bunch of theaters that are very themed in like Hollywood themes. They have like waterfalls. One screen's a jungle room. One's like the Mummy and Egyptian.
It's cool. It's fun.
And then they also have like sometimes full service food in those.
Yeah, I went there with Cameron. I got like pasta. I'm like, I don't need pasta right now.
I had a burger and it was
I don't
very
need
greasy.
pasta while watching Madagascar, whatever the movie is.
I know I've talked about this before, but I will say
saw.
when it's not allowed, it's so much better. When I worked at the theater in high school, there was a restaurant across the way that we were friends with, and all the time they would send me like just little to-go baskets of whatever they had left over. And during shift, I would be like, well, I'm going to pop in the movie. We have an extra worker. I'm going to eat like lamb chops, potatoes, and stuff. And the smell would clearly like fill the theater, and people would be turning to look at me. But
Like, what are you doing?
I'm alive.
Well, how do you guys feel? I missed it. You can make it quick. You can make it as long as you want. I assume you're for it based off of your reaction to me.
Somewhat, just because I like the whole experience. I like the theme of the theaters. I like the
I love the theme theater. I love it. But, I still want the theme to be, this is a movie theater.
I like
Yeah, I
the
get
trailers.
that.
I don't need a
I like
Bennigan's
the
in the
trivia
middle of it.
before the trailers.
That was what we were talking about
like
as well.
Would you say that half the time the answer is Tom Hanks?
That or Tom Cruise.
Maybe
Yeah, it's one of the
more.
Toms. Yeah.
Maybe more, maybe 75%.
Probably one of the
Tom
Toms.
Hanks.
What was I about to say?
It was always super easy. Like, what color was the Incredible Hulk when he turned his... And then just ... Well, it's green.
Yeah, they are pretty much like that. I haven't done trivia in a long time. I could be good for trivia, bar
I
trivia.
haven't done it in years, really. Do you guys?
I've really only done it like 3 times.
You guys want to hear some news stories?
No. I can almost juggle, and I'm going to soon.
I can counter that. I've seen your videos of juggling, and you got a ways to go.
Yeah, but you didn't get to see where I started from. That was...
Yeah, but
Mark,
I
I'll send
know
you
the
the video.
destination. I know what juggling looks like, so that's
In your
where I'm
opinion,
working.
like,
on.
what's a juggle? How many seconds, like, of an active juggle are we... I'm thinking...
I'd say 10. 10 you
I'm
got to
thinking
do.
10
plus.
seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's more like how many rotations. So, have you ever tried to juggle?
Yeah, throughout my life a few
100
times.
Yeah.
What's the closest you've gotten?
3 for a
seconds.
couple
One
seconds.
full rotation?
A full row.
Did you
I've
get,
done a
like-
full row?
Like, throw up and then throw up again?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I've never gotten it. I just started last week.
What?
And I'll keep you posted. I just learned how to toss them up and catch them.
Are
when
you
I was
using the hacky sack balls?
God damn! I wish I only have one hacky sack. I'm
those would
using
be
like
good. Those would
little
be good.
block. I only started with blocks that like for.
It's a nice
Well, that's
weight.
yeah,
My
you
son
need someone
has.
with weight.
Yeah, I need something weight.
aerodynamics.
I got something a little plastic. Anyway, you stay posted to our next thing. I'll be able to juggle pretty soon.
Well, I question what's the end game of this. I knew where I was getting into when I started learning magic. Is this for the child's entertainment? Just it's time. It's time.
I know the
Nope,
end game.
nope, nope. It's petty. Megan juggles in front of Avery, and I'm like, I'm gonna learn to do that too.
And then he's going to move on to the Universal Boardwalk, busking for people going into the park.
Yeah, if we could get him to juggle, now we got a whole family thing going on. It's just like
Oh, your circus family.
He's not
Yeah,
going to go to
well-
preschool and be like, hey, Dad can't juggle. My dad.
Okay. Let
No, but he might be like, Mom can juggle.
Oh,
Let's
and that's
say-
even
and then
worse.
like,
Yeah, okay. Okay.
And then they'll be like, what? There's the answer is
What
like,
does
well,
Dad
to Dad.
do?
It's like,
Got it.
question.
and that's the real question.
Right now-
so it's pretty much just to
Mom
to
can
dodge and evade, duck, dive. It's like, well, I can juggle.
Right now, your family
Well, me
has to
too.
join the circus. What trade are you trying to get him into? You're going to be clowning? You're going to be trapeze? You're going to be lion tamer? What are you going to try to get into? You're going to be those motorcycle people in the ball? That's big.
I guess
dangerous.
based
It's
off of
very
the
cool.
skill set we have now is clowns that juggle.
You could get into.
with trapeze.
I watched Tiger King. I don't think you need too much to all of a sudden own an exotic elephant or tiger.
Yeah, you just gotta evade like laws and
Do you think you guys
let
could
your
ever...
coworker. I mean, you gotta buy land somehow. That seems like the tough part.
Not if you're
yeah,
traveling with the circus and dipping, diving
need
out of
permits at that
regulations.
point?
It's true. I don't know. I don't know what we would do. I assume someday we'll go see the circus if it's
If they're still
Do you think
around.
you'll ever hop on a pogo stick again and or learn how to unicycle?
Yeah, Jordan's kid's gonna have one. It's some nephew's gonna have one around.
gonna be
and I'll
around.
like, yeah, and I'll give it a try. As long as there's not a weight limit of under, I don't want to guess, but let's say 220 right now. I think I'll give it a go.
Are you searching for that little oh damn, 220.
What?
Like the
pogo
weight limit.
stick,
The weight
no.
limit is off.
Oh, it's right
Searching
on
for
the,
that tag on. It's right.
I'm
on the
actually
button.
more
Let's
concerned
try.
about just riding not a unicycle but a bicycle because I haven't done that in so long, and I assume that's in my somewhat near future.
I've heard that you
whenever-
never forget how. I think
It's deep in there, Jordan.
when you
No, I know how to ride a bicycle, but I don't know how
How to
bad like
teach
my
how to
hunched
ride a-
over posture is. No, that'll all be simple. It's a bicycle, but like your ass is gonna be sore on a bike seat. You know what I mean?
invest in one of
Just
those
all kinds of
cushy
things.
seats in a speed racer so you can lean
I
forward.
want something, and you guys can't see this at home. I want my arms to be about at chest level. I don't want to bend over at all to ride a bike.
You want a chopper. You want
a
you want to
chopper.
you want to be like an LA like Cholo.
I want those handlebars, but on like a normal bike that moves. That isn't like
He's got gold rims. And
they're up though. I do want them
I'm gonna
up.
shoot
Yeah,
you
I want
straight.
it high.
You're gonna be spending a lot for your custom stupid bike.
He's gonna go to Orange County.
It might be
Choppers.
worth it, Cameron. So we started doing this one thing. You always hear like, "Oh man, my back hurts from chasing my kid."
Sure.
So it has not happened until recently. We do this thing where we hold him and he kind of pretends to run, and it really hurts my back and it sucks
Jordan,
a
you're
lot.
30 years old.
I'm 36.
Okay, I'm just.
I'm older.
That's
I'm
too-
6 years older than that.
That's too early to be.
I've been complaining about back
No,
problems since 18.
the great thing is
You have scoliosis.
Yeah, I got
people are
problems.
like, "Oh, you should have had kids younger." The whole argument is like, "You're too old." I'm not too old to have kids, but they're like, "You should have kids when you're younger." But I was in way worse shape 10 years ago than I am now.
You're right. I should have had that
mean,
kid
like-
when I was drinking a lot and smoking a ton of weed.
Yeah, that's the 20. That's the kid who had someone like a kid when they were 22. Yeah.
Yeah, that is that.
I am
is-
spry and I have no money.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough for Kids Corner. Unless you got any questions.
Nope, I
but
have
yeah,
the
I'm gonna
world
learn how to
record
juggle.
pancake service. This is
Oh, can I
do you mean
digress on
pancake
something we
service?
said a little bit before? Stereotypically, I don't know if we were talking about this in the last podcast. Our cooking levels. Was that this
yeah,
podcast?
it was like 15 minutes ago, maybe less.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember if that got an urban hermit or sorry, whatever. I get annoyed by the stereotypical man. It's like, I don't know how to cook. I just make pancakes on Sundays. I'm like, if you can fucking make pancakes, you can make anything else you eat.
Yeah, that's
like, that's not super easy to do in comparison to so many other things
There's
to make.
mixing. There's timing. There's flipping. There's heat
The
level.
flipping is the toughest thing.
I mean,
yeah,
there's a
you
lot
gotta
of
read the
cooking
room.
involved in a pancake. You're correct.
That
Jordan.
pisses me off so much. Pancakes are way harder than so many
I feel like the
things.
trope
Anyway,
is like,
Cameron.
I can make scrambled eggs, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll make a breakfast.
Yeah, then you can make everything because you're
Yeah.
using the stove. I think that was your biggest hurdle when it
Put the
comes to
steak
everything
in the
else.
pan and flip it. You
it's the same
dumb
process.
And you don't
motherfucker.
even have to worry about it bubbling. Just flip it. That's it.
Yeah, no
You already
bubbling.
got it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
if you do it early, do it late. It's just different kinds of steak. It's all fine.
that's it. Anyway, I was thinking about that the other day. Really pissed. It's so dumb.
Mark,
like,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
pancakes.
To answer you, more than 17,000 pancakes served in 8 hours to break the world record, which is once again bringing up my thing. We should just break a fucking
What they
world
do
record.
with all
What
of
is
them?
that-
Does serve
what is this
mean?
at?
Does
Is this at
serve
a
mean
Waffle House?
eaten? Like people?
I think ordered, served, and let's find out. This is coming to us on July 10th from UPI. Organizers of an annual rodeo and festival in Alberta announced they broke a Guinness World Record by serving more than 17,000 pancakes in 8 hours. So it seems like it was at a festival or a rodeo. So I mean, that's doable.
Served means half of them went in the trash.
Or
Unless
way
they're paying
more.
for
How
those.
many pancakes?
17,000. The Calgary Stampede,
went in the trash.
an annual expedition rodeo festival in Calgary, announced pancakes started being served to volunteers. Okay, so it's just being given out at the GMC Stadium courtyard at
That's
6:30
just catering.
a.m. And when the doors opened at 8 a.m., then they started serving to the public at 8 a.m. So they're just serving free pancakes, it seems. There's literally nothing else to the story other than craft services gave out 17,000
Turns
pancakes.
out Joey Chestnut's like after his like hot dog like championships, he just goes to this place and eats pancakes. He's on the staff. That's why they ate 500 pancakes before 8 a.m.
You know what's weird though? Joey Chestnut's like
is-
he's become the greatest of all time, but I still think the Japanese guy, like I can't remember his name right now, but he still seems like number one to me, and this Joey Chestnut's number 2, but it's not even close.
We grew up with him, right? Joey Chestnut is the new name,
and what a
kind
name,
of a dick name.
What a name.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a dick guy to do this. Although props to somebody, there's a lot of people out there being like, I could do that, and you didn't, and this guy did a lot. Like I don't know why you would, but Cameron, I don't know anything about Guinness Book of World Records, but I'm like, how much does one of these judges get paid? And this is from something called ZipRecruiter.com. They said
Are they
that
hiring?
in Oregon.
Honestly, think about how fun it would be just to get flown to location to see some asshole do.
Well, right. They have a job posting for Guinness Book of World Record adjudicator. $47,000 a year. Not too bad.
I'll take that.
To do what? You either did it or you didn't. It seems pretty finite.
To watch people do mundane, stupid shit a bunch in a row, to watch people do crazy stuff or fail doing crazy stuff. All that sounds great.
I'm going to apply for a job if it's available.
Honestly, send that link to me. I would love to do that.
Jesus
but this
Christ,
brings
that
up
is not bad.
This brings up my point again. Why haven't we broken a mundane Guinness book or Guinness record? I won in the book. I won in the fucking
you
book.
have to do it all day.
No, you don't.
Cameron,
you have
we
to
tried.
find something obscure enough. We didn't
Cameron, do you remember
earnestly
that
try.
Yeah.
So
yes,
I guess the real question is,
I did.
the real
you
question
didn't try?
is,
I guess not hard.
Jordan, hold on 1 second.
What did we do? I don't remember. Refresh my memory.
We were trying to break a record. It was
Is it the ear flicks into the mouth?
yes, the kernels
hate
of
that one.
popcorn. Well, it was at the time. It was obtainable. It was 12. It was like 12 in an hour. Or like
Okay, so
12
what
in-
you're supposed to do
12 in
is
a minute.
Put a piece of popcorn on your ear
that's a
and
big
flick
difference.
it into your mouth.
what?
Like,
That was the record we were trying to break.
can't even
12,
picture it.
12 seems small though. You're like that. Like okay,
Yeah, that
12.
seems doable, but it was very hard. I'm saying let's create something more mundane that we do it more often. It'll get beat. It'll get beat
So
quick.
this is
but we'll
this is
get
a
in.
follow. This
Do
is
they
a
let
follow
you do that?
question.
Like just like how many times like
I think as
blew
long
my
as you can get
nose.
that, as long as you can get them to show up and prove it, I think I think we
Well,
can.
this is the real question. If it's not in the book, does that mean you can set some dumb shit thing, or does it have to be in the book?
No, it happens all the time. There's always new records being created. 100%. As long, I mean, I think we have to spark their interest. I don't think it can be boring.
like
you know,
how
but-
many times can I blink my right eye? Like
Yeah, that's
We just-
definitely
I can
a
just
fucking
start
record.
that?
You think that's not a record? That's a record, Mark. And do you think you can
gotta
get
be a
close?
record.
Because you can't.
No.
Your eye does not twitch near fast enough for that to be a
Yeah.
record. I'm just saying there's something we can
I
find.
don't think there's a record in there that I could obtain and break.
You're not thinking big enough, baby.
is there a website?
I think there's
gotta be a
things I could.
website.
I think there's
Guinness Book
definitely
World Record,
records
yeah.
in there.
Go ahead.
There are records in there that I could definitely do the task, but to break it, you gotta like really be dedicated to doing it until it's broken.
Guys,
I don't. Have
I will
that.
buy 24 cat houses, and we will be the first people to build 12 cat
That's
houses
not a
in an
record.
hour.
That's not
It
a
is
record,
though, because it is when the man comes and records it. I built 12 cat houses in 1 hour. It's as easy as that. That's all we have to do. We have to find something mundane to do a bunch of it.
Yeah, but that's not easy to do.
Build 12
I
cat
just don't think
houses an hour. They screw together. It's so easy. We'll
Well,
get back to it.
I'm
Please.
on the site right now. You got to download.
I
some
like that you
documents,
just
gotta
told me
apply.
I will never learn to juggle, but you're like, I could easily set a Guinness Book of World Records. Easy peasy.
I think so. To Mark's point, you need to apply and get someone to come. Yeah, that's the hardest part, is just telling them what you think you can do.
I'd
I
say
can
the
drink a
hardest part
Gatorade
is
in,
getting
like,
somebody on the phone.
18 seconds.
Tell me the quickest you talk to somebody at the Guinness Book of World Records. Tell me when you get to that process.
Mark, what were you saying?
Show me your emails.
I'm gonna try call. I'm gonna call it right now.
We're going to get him on the line.
I'm gonna get him
They're
on.
like, yeah, we'll be there tomorrow. We'll send one
Here's
of
the
our
problem,
guys
Mark.
that
Before you
makes
call him,
$47,000
we
a year.
don't know what we're doing. We have nothing to break.
That's fine. We'll figure it out when I call him.
That's fair. Next news story. Gorillas are trying to cut back on screen time. This is a bit of a sad story, also coming to us from UPI. This is from Toronto Zoo. They're putting up signs and begging visitors to please limit the screen time to the gorillas. People have had a habit in recent years of coming up with their phones and just showing apes and monkeys videos, and it's a problem. The zoo has said we would really like our gorillas to just be gorillas.
So what's the problem? That they're evolving or that they're becoming like more violent? Or just screen time in general is not bad for anybody. It is bad for everybody.
The gorillas have become unbelievably interested in the videos, and they'd rather do that than most other things. So it's just, I mean, they become addicted to screens.
I don't want to be rude, but show them fucking movies. They're not doing anything.
You know what? I did have a take coming to it from that, too. It's like, we've already destroyed their habitat and taken them from the home.
They're not living a natural thing of just laying in the same place their whole life.
Yeah, so show them John Wick. Fuck it. You know, what's going to happen?
Maybe start with something a little less violent, but yeah, something. I don't know. See what it does.
I would say Bambi.
I'll be honest, guys. I'm halfway through this application. I'm about to apply for a world record here.
What are you gonna do? I don't think we ever landed.
We're running it back. We're doing the popcorn behind the ear, Cameron. We're gonna figure it out.
Next band practice.
What's our number?
I have caramel corn at home. I totally forgot about that. Also a gift of the Navy Pier.
Caramel corn might be an asterisk.
Do you think that is?
I think that would help. It's weighted.
Detrimental to your regime that you're going to start.
What?
That was the issue. We needed weight.
I think because it's too fluffy, they float too much. I think if we had something for sure, we could get.
No, I mean your weight regime.
What? Oh, me being fat. It's not going to help. No, it sure isn't, Jordan. I also went to bed last night at 11, had 2 slices of pizza and churro ice cream.
Churro ice cream? Is that just ice cream with churros in it, or churro flavored, like just cinnamon and stuff?
A little bit of both, kind of. It's churro flavoring, tastes exactly like a churro, but there's also wafer in there that gives you like the churro crunch and feel.
I got you. I'll tell you what I'm getting into that like may be problematic in a way to just get out of the house. I will suggest let's just go out to eat as a family because Avery likes looking at things, just anything and people.
Sure.
Yeah. And it's just a nice way to not be trapped in the house. I'll go to any restaurant pretty much as long as they have a seat.
Here's the solution to this.
Applebee's would be great.
Here's the solution to this. It's cost effective and honestly, portion wise, anytime you go to a restaurant, you get way too much food. Split that with Megan and then also get an appetizer. Bada bing. It's perfect amount and it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but I want all the food. I'm fine with the big portions. I'm into that. That's why I go there.
Okay, then I can't help you.
And to your defense, they just take care of the dishes, Cameron. You don't have to wash them at all.
That's why I like going out to eat or the food coming to me.
Oh, I'll tell you what I've gotten into. Not too much, but every once in a while we'll go out for breakfast, just like get out of the house on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. I'm having a breakfast beer, and I really enjoy it. Not a breakfast cocktail, not a mimosa, just a beer with breakfast.
Is it specifically... is specifically a beer to pair with breakfast, or you're just having like a Blue Moon at breakfast?
It doesn't pair, and it's definitely not brunch. It's fucking early. It's like at 8:30 in the morning because we're not even remotely close to brunch. Like we're at straight like I could probably almost get in for what do they call breakfasts before people get there?
Early bird special.
The early bird special. I might be able to get that someday. Like, I could probably do that.
Okay, so you're just out drinking with the family at breakfast. Cool.
I'm having a drink. That's not drinking.
My mistake.
And it's at breakfast. And in my defense, it's at a brunch place. I'm just there at breakfast.
So it is allowed.
So, like, people are definitely drinking way later in the day, and probably there as well.
They've got Monte Cristo.
What time do you think brunch? What time do you think brunch starts?
10, 11,
the earliest.
10.
9:30.
10:30 for me. Earliest it can be considered.
Then it's breakfast. Yeah, you get in the double digits. It's brunch. Single digits. That's
almost
breakfast.
You got to be able to order lunch. Nobody's going to let you have lunch at 8.
You want to know something? Maybe
no one in their right mind.
This might be a controversial subject, but I've always been the kind of person that I'm kind of angry when I go up to a fast food place and it's still the breakfast menu. I've never been too big on any restaurant's breakfast menu. Thoughts?
I mean, you mean like a fast food place?
Yeah, specifically, like McDonald's.
Oh, but if you go there for breakfast. Like, you shouldn't be having...
There are times I seek it out. I do enjoy, like, the big breakfast from McDonald's.
Why do you think that is? Is there more, like, sweet items on the breakfast menu and then savory on the lunch? Like,
partly, I've just never been a big breakfast guy. This also is maybe blasphemous, but I don't like hash browns from... fast food restaurants when they come and just like your rectangle.
Oh yeah, they're not good. I don't like the block
brown.
I kind of hate it. In fact,
I'm not a big fan.
I want them specifically to be like diner,
wild,
loose and like greasy and really, like.
I don't think this will spoil anything, but we were just talking about the bear, and one of the characters went to get a breakfast spot, and they got like a muffin breakfast sandwich,
and
I saw something I never ever seen. They put the hash brown on the breakfast
it.
sandwich.
I've seen that before.
You guys privy to that? I've never seen that.
I'm privy to it. I don't like a big, tall sand. I want something small that I can bite. It's too tall. It's too tall.
It's too tall. Or you either gotta, if you want hash brown in your sandwich, that's fine, but you gotta get rid of something.
In general, any sandwich where you're adding fries and like the whole meal on top of it, I like it better. It's easier to eat separate. Just keep that shit off it.
I get what you're doing, but yeah, like the
I
fries
understand
on the side, please.
I just disagree. Yeah, keep them on the side. I think I'm in the minority here. Maybe the most important thing of a sandwich to me is the quality of the bread that you're eating.
No, 100%. The vessel is very important. One, the durability is
I think there's types and there's subs, right?
Yeah, you got your sub bread.
But then maybe I want to put like some Doritos on a shitty sandwich, like white bread. Like after that, I'm coming out of the
just
pool.
at home. Yeah, that's I don't even think these are in the same category as what we're talking about.
Okay.
Like a white bread sandwich that you make at home, like get fucked. I don't even know. This isn't a home sandwich, but like a real fucking tasty sandwich with some good
I have
bread.
been on a sandwich kick recently, but I think that's also because we just have an exorbitant amount of pickles in the house. So it's just like I have the perfect pairing going on. You know what I mean?
Gotta have a pickle.
Specifically
But you gotta have good enough bread, otherwise.
I get it.
Wet bread
does bring up.
pickle.
Speaking of cooking,
I don't want soggy bread. That's why you need a.
I don't like cooking. Not big on baking, but we have very seriously been discussing buying a bread maker recently because that's just dump things in the mixer, hit a button, and it smells delicious in the house.
Yeah, they're like, I'm into rice cooking. I've got a rice maker.
Rice makers are great.
It does make way better.
So
rice.
I might be getting into the bread baking game soon, and I
think you like cooking though.
Me?
Actually.
Well, I think it'd be more of the button pressing game. I think it does the baking.
Yeah, it's the button pressing game. That's where it gets confusing though. You're like, what button am I supposed to press? Like
bread.
I will say it's like an air freshener. There's nothing better than like fresh baked bread.
See, that's what I'm
through the house.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to that more possibly than using and eating it because half the time our bread just goes to waste.
I assumed if I didn't get into bread making during COVID, I probably am not getting into bread making.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
I just think it's still my time. Mark, I have something for you for Guinness Book World Record possibly. Exciting news.
I'm looking.
Well, snail racing world championships just made its post-pandemic return. So if you want to start getting into snail racing, I don't know if we can get the fastest snail, but this is from July 7th. A snail racing event makes its weekend return in England and has been awarded the Guinness World Record as the longest running humane snail racing world championship.
That's where I get tripped up. That's right.
Pretty important word there.
Yeah, I don't know if we can be the longest.
I'm injecting that snail with some weird shit to make that thing go faster.
I don't think the podcast wants to go balls deep on the inhumane snail races, but it's probably more entertaining.
Oh,
right?
for sure, they're juicing. I would also say, guys, we can't become the world's longest running humane snail race, but we can get the Guinness Book World Record for the least humane snail race in America. Maybe we could try it.
I bet that's way harder to be the least humane. I bet people are doing weird things.
That's the difference between
snails.
slugs and snails is the PhDs.
Are you saying slugs are more pure?
Slugs are juicing. They're sluggers.
So
apparently, this event was founded by Tom
They got big heads.
This was founded by Tom Elways in 1960 after he attended a snail racing event in France.
You sure it's not Yules? Because that's the debate about that.
That's why I said hold up. For a second,
place.
I thought, is this famous actor from Princess Bride, Carrie Elways or Yules?
Which is it? Let us know in the comments. But also, don't let us know anything in the comments unless you like us. Otherwise, fuck off.
Or I will get into a fight with you. Sorry to that troll from earlier. You caught me at a bad moment. How far of a distance do you think the snail race is? How far are they going?
They're
2
at least
feet?
going 100 meters.
100 meters. Holy shit.
Oh, Mark, we are the first. We are the longest.
What was crazy about that guess? You said what? You said a foot?
Well, it's 13 inches. It's 13 inches. It's 1 inch over. But Mark, you bring up an excellent.
Pretty close,
Mark,
right?
you bring up an excellent point. We could become the longest snail race in existence by just giving.
Tune in tomorrow, and that's how we become the inhumane snail race.
Because why? That's just
because they die.
They only go 13 inches.
I don't know if they can.
No, I think they just move so slow and they're so small. I don't know what the equivalent would be. Did you say 100 meters?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know what the motivation is to be moving, so I guess there is
the record time?
I don't think there is any.
Do you have a record time?
I do not have. Oh wait, the world record of 22 seconds was set by Archie.
The most exhilarating 22 seconds.
Archie in 1995.
You're screaming.
That sounds pretty fast.
Because all of a sudden your guy turns around. No.
Oh yeah.
That's I think how we get the inhumane snail races going. You son of a bitch! You turned around.
The next fastest thing is like 4 minutes.
Escargot.
Do we want to guess on what the grand prize for the snail is?
To live?
Yes, but also
to live.
It's a tub full of lettuce. They get to go chill in there. A tankard.
What?
A tankard full.
And
of
this
lettuce.
is the most humane.
A tanker full of lettuce, like a truck.
How about
No,
this?
I'm sorry, George. This is not the most humane. This is the longest running humane snail racing.
Not humane.
Oh, that's a lot of caveats. That's like a baseball
That's
caveat.
why I'm saying we can
They're
get
like, he hit the most
world
home runs
record.
in the month of October between the 14th and the 13th.
in our
Too
reach.
slow. You
boys.
just
On a
flick
Wednesday.
the tail.
Inhumane. That's going to get you off the list.
I'm just saying.
What type of jockey? What type of bug are we putting on top of there? Is it an ant? Is it a grasshopper? How can we make this a
How
little
are
more
we
entertaining?
jockeying this snail?
I'd like to get a jockey in this situation.
Ant seems maybe too small. Praying mantis
so,
too
yeah.
dangerous. Grasshopper? Grasshopper seems about right. Maybe flea's too
Grasshopper's
small.
huge.
Yeah. Cricket? Crickets are
Grasshopper's
smaller, right?
big.
Cricket.
I feel like that's
Cricket.
grasshopper size.
I guess I'm thinking snails are bigger than they are. Maybe it's just the ant. Are snails?
You're thinking of
I'm gonna
like
have to get a picture on a
thinking
snail.
of a big snail. I think.
Honest to God, I don't think
A mollusk.
I don't think I've ever seen a snail outside of a cartoon or TV show. I'm not sure if I've ever.
In
I don't
real
know if I've
life,
ever
you've
seen
never-
a snail in real life. Have you?
That's yes. Of
I don't
course
think I have. Not like
When?
this.
Tell me.
Like this?
Tell me where you saw a snail.
the
I
shell?
can't.
Yeah,
I
with the
can't
shell.
tell you where I saw it, but
Yeah,
I
I've seen
think
a
to your
snail.
point, Mark, we've seen slugs.
I'm not sure if I've seen
Slugs
a
are bigger
slug.
than snails.
See, I do think I am thinking of that size though. Slugs are maybe more of like a
Slug sounds bigger.
yeah. I'm gonna slug you. I'm not gonna snail you.
It's
you
like
know?
toad versus frog.
Well, I think that has to
guess
do with
frogs-
land and water.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
not-
I
yeah,
think there's a
that's
lot
not
more
fair.
going on with those guys.
Yeah. Okay.
I went on a
Never seen
walk
a snail. Wow.
last week, and I saw some what had to be either the most poisonous frogs in the world or just little baby frogs like along the walk path. I'm like, they got no chance.
Just can't be right.
What?
That you saw the most venomous frog?
Yep, in Cedar Rapids,
No,
Iowa.
no, they were just so small. I think they were like just baby frogs. But I'm like, if it's not a baby frog, we're dealing with something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe we're dealing
I
with
think it's going to grow to be a
tadpoles.
regular size frog. Well, no, it was a tadpole because it was outside of water. But anyway, it seemed like a rough life for them.
I think a smaller frog is scarier than a bigger frog. No?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah,
Or more colorful.
'Cause we know
colorful
that-
frog.
Definitely colors.
colorful frog, you got a problem.
Or you have a solution. You got to start licking frogs.
And that's how you meet your demise.
And that's how I went down. That's
Cameron, your screen continues to get darker.
Yeah, I know.
darker And
I
darker.
didn't,
I don't even think I can.
I
see
didn't
you.
put on my usual ring light, so as the sun goes down, so do I.
I guess Q Bane here, right?
That's all I had for news stories this week. You guys have anything else to touch on before we wrap it up?
Oh, did you guys see the lady on the plane?
He's not
There's a
real.
bunch of these videos. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
It's not real.
That took over my TikTok for like 3 days straight of everyone saying, I have the proof. It was just like that Las Vegas alien thing. It was the same camera shot and nothing was different. I saw nothing. She was drunk. She's drunk.
Yeah, I don't like the whole
drunk
like,
or high or
conspiracy
something.
theories, but like that makes you a little nervous to stay on the plane, though. No, like I mean, just like in the back of your head, you're like, what the
Yeah, I might have a little
No,
Final Destination.
I'd be happy as shit that she's like, oh, we're gonna just get a take off now. Oh,
They didn't. They
That's
deboarded.
worse
I
than
didn't see that
turbulence to
happening.
me.
They
If
didn't.
Something like that happens before a flight. That's worse than the worst turbulence.
Is it kind of funny, though, that if he is a shapeshifter, he got away with it just by shrugging and not saying a word, being like, well,
Well, that guy
That
played
easy.
it wrong because he should have at least like tried to prove that he was real. He kind of just like was acting not real.
I will.
How do you prove it? Though?
Apparently, he didn't say a
Like,
single word the entire flight.
I like cheesecake.
He didn't say
it. Like,
I'm real.
I'm real.
I'm real.
That's like if you're on trial for murdering your spouse or whatever.
Go back.
There's no right words to say. You just got to play the quiet game and hope that it works.
Go back
out.
and
You
see
can't
our
shrug,
episode.
You can't be
though,
like,
when
I
everyone's
didn't
looking
do
at
it.
you.
Go back and see the Cold Classics episode
didn't
of
murder
Double
her.
Jeopardy.
I'm real. Like I'm here. I'm real.
Yeah, you're right. What can
like
you
I'm real.
say?
I'm definitely real. let me get my wallet out. Oh no, all I've got is coupons in here. Blah, 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 and then like you disappear. Like what? That'd be the better reveal that you're not real to really fuck with people.
Are you off that? Are you getting off the plane?
Maybe. I've seen enough movies that, well, no, if I was there and I was like, she's drunk, it would really depend on.
The only way I'd get off the plane is if that would have been Megan doing that. I'd be like, fuck, I gotta get off the plane.
And even then, I still might catch
I
my
would have tried
flight.
to take care of the situation before that. That's the only reason I'm getting off. Otherwise, I'm hopefully gonna get to my final destination.
Good movie.
Check out our Final Destination episode.
Thanks for listening to Urban Hermit Podcast. If you like what you heard, make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast app, rate and review. If you want more content, check out the whole Majestic Jam Network. I'm Not Crazy, Cold Classics Podcast, the Highwire Podcast. And until then, we'll check you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.